Welcome back to Holden's Golden Age of Wargaming. Alright, we are ready to start turn 2. So the first thing we need to do is, of course, go to turn 2. And we'll flip that over. Make that for the Allies because it is turn 2. And I think we're actually going to have a combat. Hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have a fight this time. Alright, I will quickly... So, the first thing is reinforcements. Reinforcements need to come on. And I have them right here. So we're going to go 13, 3 is going to go here. And it's going to go 1. Yeah, that's all I can do. Cavalry, 10, 5. Nice piece. We're going to go 1, 2. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. And actually that's 5 because the very first movement, when you come on the hex, it costs a movement. So this would actually be 1 and 2. And of course you can't make it cross the river. And then this artillery unit is coming on here. So 1, 2, and it can't cross the stream either. Okay, so the French are coming into the middle. They're moving over here to this side. We need to take this side. I see there's a whole bunch of French reinforcements coming on here on their turn, but can't let that stop us. So here we go. We are moving up. I'll count hexes if there's something other than one movement point to move into the hex. From now on, I'm trying to find that. I see that I did not. Oh, yes, I did. 1, 2. Okay, those are there. That's 10. Perfect. And that's really gonna annoy me as the Allies, only having 10 where the French have 15 for stacking. Alright, so he's coming up 1, 2. Can't go 3 because that's zone of control. So that would be 3, 4 to go in here or here. So that's as far as he goes. The artillery coming off the Abbey. I don't see the point in defending right now. We need to get across that stream. They go there. And our big boy here is coming up here like this. So next turn we'll be able to hit them. This artillery is coming up here. This infantry up here. This infantry up here. This cavalry's coming. Both cavalry. So we'll take this guy up. And this guy up. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Up he comes. Slow artillery up there. Okay, this infantry is going to cross the stream. So 1, 2, 3, and into that town, which triples our defense for 4. Cavalry, 2 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to form a line across here if I can. 1, 2, 3, 4. This infantry, 1, 2, 3. Why does it look? Oh, I see. I know what I did. Come back. 2 different pieces going 2 different places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this artillery is going to move up there. 10 on the knoll for 20 defense. Thanks for the doubling. Let's see here. This cavalry piece is going to come over here. So that is 1, 2, and then 3, 4, because we are going into this French stacks. This 11 French stacks zone of control. And then this infantry, 1, 2, 3. This artillery, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there's my big bad line. Let's see how that's going to happen. How that does. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'll move these first. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And this infantry will cover them. 1, 2, 3. All right. So here is our first combat. So, as suggested, I already knew this from some of the more modern war games I've played, but one of the goals of this game is to make it so that the enemy units have no place to retreat. And here, I guess it's time to look at the CRT. Here is in my experience when I'm trying to get my friends to play war games. When they look at this chart is when they quickly try to leave the room. This is probably the hardest part to get people into when you're trying to teach a war game to somebody. I mean, it's intimidating to a lot of people. Okay, so on here you have different results. So this is attacker eliminated. So obviously, if you're attacking at 1 to 5 odds, big chances, well, absolutely 100% chance you're going to get eliminated. So why would you do that? Only reason you ever do it is a soak off attack, or which we will probably see here sooner or later. As the odds go up, you get more and more results like attacker retreat, defender retreat, exchange, where the defender gets completely eliminated, and then the attacker has to get rid of that many strength points out of his forces. So we'll cover that as we go. Hopefully I don't roll that today in this video, because I won't be very happy. And then finally, defender eliminated. So the better the odds. If you have 6 to 1 odds, obviously life is good. That would be the optimal. What would you like to see when you're attacking? However, as we're going to see, it's pretty hard to get yourself 6 to 1 odds. So anyways, I'm going to line this up. And where I was coming from originally was, if I can make it so that an enemy stack of units can't retreat, because most likely, if we look at these odds here, when you're 1 to 1, 2 to 1, 3 to 1, a lot of the results are defender retreat. And if you can make it so that the defender cannot retreat, his units or hers get eliminated. So that is what I'm trying to do here. So this cavalry comes over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going into the enemy zone of control. This cavalry, 1, 2, 3. Third being 4 going into his zone of control. And finally, this infantry, 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you can see, if this stack of units has to retreat, when you retreat, you cannot retreat through an enemy zone of control. So now the Allies units here, they all have their zone of controls, 1 hex around them. So can this stack go here? No, because it's in this guy's zone of control and this guy's zone of control. Can it go here? No, because it's in this guy's zone of control and the cavalry zone of control. So if I could roll a defender retreat, this whole stack is eliminated, which would be awesome. So what are the odds? This is the next part that makes most people want to leave the room, run screaming. And so the odds are, you count up what you have and you count up what the enemy has. 6, 12, 20, 22, and he has 6, 10, 11. So 22 to 11, if you pare that down, results in 2 to 1 odds. I could have, if I had in these older war games, and still to this day most, unless like standard combat series, if I had 20 strength to his 11, it would be 1 to 1. 1 to 1 odds. So you have to completely make it to that level, the 2 to 1, and the fractions are eliminated basically, and you don't get to round up unless, for example, I know the standard combat series, you would get to round up if it was 1.5 or higher. But anyways, I don't even know why I'm talking about that. That's another time, another day. All right, so I have 22. He has 11. That's 2-to-1 odds. So now it's time to roll. So let's take a quick look here. I want to roll a 1 to 4. 1, 2, 3, or 4, and I'm going to be happy. If I roll a 5, I'm not going to be so happy. If I roll a 6, I'm really not going to be happy. And in this game, the attacker gets to decide where the winner gets to decide where the loser retreats. So if I win, I get to decide where he retreats, which of course we know either option he is eliminated. But if I roll 6, attacker retreats, then the French player gets to retreat my units, all of them involved in this combat, wherever he would like. There are certain restrictions which we'll cover, like he can't purposely retreat them into enemy zone or a zone of control of another one of his units, etc., etc. Okay, so here it is. This is it. This is what it all comes down to. All your planning, all your finessing of your units, your forces. It all comes down to this die roll right here. It's gonna decide how my day's going, what kind of a mood I'm in. So here we go. Come on, give me a good number. Oh, that was close, ladies and gentlemen. But that's a 4. And if we go down here on the CRT, we see a 4 is defender retreat. So these units, and I think, isn't there a spot to put them? Maybe there isn't. There's not a spot to put the destroyed units. So I'm going to put these units here, and I will put them right over here by the dice to show that they're dead. These are all dead Frenchmen. Sacre bleu. All right, repack. Okay, and that comes into another rule, which, you know what? I'm not exactly sure. I don't know why. I'm supposed to be studying all these rules before I make the video, so I don't do this. But every time you lose a strength point, you get a demoralization point. So that is a total of 11 points. We're going to go over here. And on this little counter I made, we're going to put this up to 11. Now, oops, be nice, but no. Oh, come on. 11. All right. So he's at 11 points. Now, if either side gets to 70 demoralization points, really bad things happen. All of a sudden, all your units, if your side has become demoralized, have no zone of control, and all your combat strength for all your units is halved for attack and defense. So, in other words, you've lost if you get to 70 points. So, I guess that's yet another way to win the game, is get your opponent to 70 demoralization points, and basically you win. So we've already got 11 as the allies. So it's a good day. It's a good day. I'm very happy. Now, after combat, you can advance into this hex that you just forced the enemy out of. We just totally annihilated them. So I'm going to advance into it with these guys because they're quite fragile. Yes, it is a town, but towns triple your defense value. That's still 2 is still only a 6. And I have a feeling the French player will want revenge and would. Well, maybe I should stay there. I don't know. Yeah, just if I had another piece here, I probably would stay there. But I'm going to play it safe this one time. So in he comes. And advancing after combat is not considered movement. So you can advance into the hex. You don't have to worry about the cost of the stream, crossing the stream, or whatever. So we know I can have a total of 10 points in there. I'm just wondering, see that zone of control. I'm trying to make things hard for this guy to get down here. So, and he could come in here. See, this is a fragile little unit. So why don't I'll move this cavalry piece up there as well. That gives a total of 8 strength points in that hex. Okay, is there anything else? I don't think so, so I'm going to eliminate my drawn lines. Everybody moved. Pretty soon I'm going to start using these handy dandy transparent markers here to show if I've moved or attacked, or just basically make it so that player's aid. There you go. Just to make it so that I know what I'm doing and I don't miss anything. Because once we really get into combat here, things become confusing for me, anyways. So that's why I have those markers. All right, so we're going to eliminate the drawn lines. We're going to flip this counter over to show that it is now the French's turn, which means it's the end of this video, and it's time for me to figure out what the French are going to do in revenge for being absolutely decimated outside of the town of Blasowitz. Blasowitz? Yeah, me and French names, not a good combination. All right, and that's it for today, and that's it for this video, and I'll see you next time as the French. Have a good day, everybody.